United have basically won once in the last decade at Anfield as a Wayne Rooney goal, and before that was when Mata scored twice. And the fans still talk about these wins for the obvious reasons. So can you use that? Might you say that to your players? You've got a chance here to sort of really please our fans and break this sequence or at least improve it.
I have so many things to use with our players, like winning back-to-back games, to have that momentum that can change completely. And I felt like the game against Chelsea when we won the week was so different. So we have a lot of things to use with the players. I think they don't remember that games. The football players nowadays, they don't watch many games, unfortunately. So we have so much to use that is not the hardest part. We have so much to win if we perform, if we win the next game, that I don't need to use that games in the past. We just need to try to show them what that could bring for our future.
Anfield, obviously, in English we say, can be a bit of a bear pit. The atmosphere there's quite, let's say, involved. Again, you're confident your players can sort of thrive and use that positive energy.
We showed last year, and I think the way we start the game is more important than the environment. The environment can change. Of course, they will win a corner, an opportunity. The environment is going to be loud, but we are ready to play with that. And if you look last year, not this year, but last year, sometimes we play better in that kind of environment than the pressure at home. So we never know what is going to happen. It's really important to start the game well, to do a really good warm-up, to have a feeling, to understand that it's going to be tough in the first moments. So I know they are ready, but we need to prepare for the impact, especially for the beginning of the game.
Laurie and then Chris.
A bit of a tangent just on what you said there. Do you really think players don't watch as many games now as they used to?
No, I think that is normal. Everything now is different with a lot of distractions. I think they don't watch a lot of games. You have guys from like Bruno. Bruno is watching his plays, teammates, any play. He watch every game that is on TV. But then you have some guys that play really well. If they want to do something different, that's okay.
And just on Senna, he was quite an important figure, I think, against Sunderland for the kind of more direct approach to kind of make sure that there's no pressure on the back line. Is that an approach you can use at Anfield, particularly with...
I think if you look at nowadays, every time the ball goes to the goalkeeper, most of the teams play man-to-man. And sometimes you don't have anyone to play, and you try to use the first ball with the second ball and try to win when you have players with a lot of power in front. And now we have it. If we win one second ball, we can take all that build-up from the game and to have the opportunity to score. I think everyone is doing that. Senna has one ability that is really good. He can play both feet. And that is really, it's harder for the opponents to try to make the pressure from one side or the other. They know that he can kick the ball with both feet, and I think that is really important. But it also needs to be ready that people are seeing the games, understanding that it takes a little bit time to choose, and he needs to be ready for Premier League. So it's something that you use. If he's man-to-man in front, you are not building up. You can put the ball in one against one in front, and that is the play.
Hi, Rúben. Bruno's missed 2 of his 3 penalties this season against Brentford and Fulham. Is that something that you talked to him about? Is there any sense at all that you might change your taker, that if you get a penalty at Anfield on Sunday, that someone else might go and take it?
No, if you try to I know that is not easy for him, but I think he has 70 penalties, I think, and he misses like 9, 2 with me, so I'm really annoyed with that, but he's really confident. He's training the penalties. He's trying to understand that people are watching the way he scores the penalties. So he will be ready. We have more guys also to score a penalty if he needs.
I mean, have you had cause to talk to him about this? And as you mentioned that you signed 3 forwards during the summer. I know Brian missed one against Grimsby, but you have other options there now. Is he still your man, still on taker?
Yes, it's the main taker. He scores a lot of goals. Penalty is passing this moment. We have another options. If we need, we can change. But I'm full confident that Bruno will sort that out.
Okay, that's 2 questions for Rich and then Catherine.
Yeah, Rúben, since you arrived, United haven't won any of their games directly after an international break. Is that just a coincidence, or do these breaks sort of disrupt the rhythm of the team? Particularly, the Sunderland win does feel quite a while ago now.
Yeah, but if you don't need to look a lot to to understand that there's a lot of things. We cannot win back to back. We cannot win. So if you look to all these things, we'll find out a million things. So I'm not trying to think like that. The last game against City was against City when we had the national team's break, and we understood that was the lack of aggressivity. That is my main concern, trying to understand why we are not winning that kind of games. So we need to be more aggressive in this game to be ready for the game. So I'm not thinking like we didn't win since I'm here after international break. We can win any game, depend sometimes from the opponent, but also from us.
I also asked as well, in the international break, Cobby and Josh Xerxes have both been linked with possible moves in January. Do you understand how difficult it is maybe to please players in terms of their minutes when there's a World Cup next summer and you've only got one competition you're in?
That is normal, and I also know that in our club everything is a lot of noise, and you have to have news, and players are not playing, they want to play. Like you said, there's a World Cup, there is agents that listen the players talking all the time, so I understand that, but they are our players and we need everyone to have a good season.
Hi Rúben.
Hi.
Marcus Rashford said during the week that he's been suffering before in an inconsistent environment. We're just wondering, what did you make of those comments, because Keane and Rooney have said this week that he perhaps contributed to that. So has the environment changed, do you think?
Guys, I'm just focused on the future of the club, on the present of the club. That is the most important thing. So I'm focused on my players and what they say, what they do. That is my main focus.
Thank you.
Thank you.